Hello, this is my presentation for assignment 4 in BDAT 1007 using Microsoft Azure image classification. So the task is image classification, and to complete this task, I will be using Microsoft Azure Custom Vision. The topic is gymnastics. I have a personal interest in it. I love the sport. I did gymnastics as a kid and also was able to spend a few years coaching, which was a really great experience. So I had a lot of fun finding these images and getting to include it for my project. There are 4 apparatuses in women's gymnastics: bars, beam, floor, and vault, and these are going to be my 4 main tags for today. So I have a whole bunch of images, I think 9 images for each one. And you'll see more of these in the live demonstration as well. After I train the model, then I'm going to try to create some challenges. I'm going to test an image that fits into only one of each of the tags, one that should be flagged with multiple tags, a men's apparatus, a flat surface that could look similar to floor, a chair, and a few unrelated images to test the model. So let's get into the live demo. All right, so the first thing that I want to do is add my tags. I'm going to do 5 tags because I have 4 different apparatuses. So I'm going to put this overarching one. That's going to be, every image is going to be tagged as that. And now I'm going to do bars, beam, floor, and vault. Okay, now that we have all of our tags, it's time to add some images. So I'll open this up and make sure I'm in the right folder. And let's start with the bars. So I have I think a bit more than 7, but it's okay. It might just slow the process down a bit. I'm going to open all of these and tag them as bars and gymnastics. And let's upload these. So these images have now completely uploaded successfully, and I'm going to move on to the next category. And I don't think I'm going to record all of this, so I'll see you again at the end after I've uploaded all of my images. Okay, so all of the images are uploaded now. I've got 9 for each apparatus, so 36 in total. And let's just quickly take a look at each of the tags. So in each one, I've included one picture of the apparatus without any gymnasts on it. And I've also tried to include many different angles. So I've got some only showing the high bar, some with the full view, landing, in the air, different front, back, side, things like that. Beam. There we go again. We've got just the beam, and then we've got different positions on it that can be used. Floor. Same idea, many different angles and just the apparatus. And finally, here we have the vault. So I've got one that's included the runner and one with just the vault itself. And then lots of different angles as well. So now that we have uploaded all of these images, it's time to run some new ones. All right, so before we can add new images to be classified, we have to train our model. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started. And I'm just going to double check to confirm I do the right type of training. One moment. Okay, we are going to use quick training today. So let's get this started. And I'm going to let everything load and train, and then we'll continue the video after that's completed. So our training has finished. As you can see, we have pretty good precision and pretty good AP, which is performance, precision, and recall. But our main recall is only at 75%. And as you can see, we're missing out quite a lot on beam, bars, and vault. So I'm not sure if this is because I included the main overarching tag, or what the issue is that's causing that, but I'm going to go ahead and continue with this, and then just keep in mind that beam and bars have semi-good recall, and vault is looking a little bit iffy. So that might explain any issues that I see. Okay, so let's get started with testing this model. I'm going to go to Quick Test. And first what I want to do is I want to pick up from my challenge images the ones that are truly can be classified. So okay, so now I have the right one. And this is a floor image. Gymnastics, it got with 99%. That's great. Interestingly, floor is actually the least common. And when I loaded my images, you know, I really focused on finding an apparatus. But one thing that I was thinking about that will make this more challenging for the model is a lot of the positions are very similar, and it's possible that some sort of split is, although I don't have that many in vault, so this is pretty interesting that it wasn't able to identify this as floor, or if anything, I would have expected it to be beam more likely, because I know I have a few split images in beam. But anyways, I don't have much time, so let's go on to do a few more. Okay, this is great. So the model has correctly identified that this is bars. The others are such low percentages that is looking really good. Next up, we've done floor, we've done bars. Let's try vault, and then we'll do beam. Good. Vault is the highest. Floor also coming up. I would expect that's possibly because of the color, and also because this does sort of imitate tumbling, although you could see it also in any dismount for the other two as well. Finally, beam. We've got 74% beam. Great. So this is looking really good. Let's give our model a bit more of a challenge. So let's do something that looks sort of similar to the floor, but it's quite different. So this is a tennis court. Yeah, as I expected, the model is picking it up as floor. We've got the flat surface, the lines, the color, and the, I don't know, the exterior here as well. So that's as expected. Let's do male gymnast. So this is the pommel horse. It can look very similar to vault, I expect. Oh, beam, you know what, that's true too. It's just a little bit wider than the beam. That's actually true. That's true. It does look a bit more like a beam than a vault. So this is expected, but if this were a real model, it's something that would need to be addressed within it, because this is definitely not a balance beam. Okay, cheer. Floor again. You know, we've got the color, the tumbling, and the lines, so that makes sense. And let's do a few totally irrelevant ones. So let's look at an image of a forest. You can see a lot of bars here, possibly the horizontal lines here. I'm not really sure why we're getting 73%. Also 70% for floor. I guess there's some flat here, but it seems a little high to me. I guess that's just what the model is showing though. And an image of the moon. Beam 39%. I'm not sure where they're getting that from. Maybe there's some sort of straight lines in here, or it could be the color, or maybe some of my beam pictures have a black background. I'm not sure. Gymnastics 69%. Honestly, this is probably because all of my other images are tagged as gymnastics, so maybe it's picking this up and assuming every image has a very high chance of being tagged as this. One image that I had meant to test while I was doing all of the other ones is this one. It has both the balance beam and the vault, so I'm checking to see if the model can identify two apparatuses in one image, and I can see here that it can beam 66% and vault 15%, which makes sense since the beam is much more prominent in the image. So that is great news that it could pick that up. And this wraps up the presentation and the model challenging for today. Thank you for watching my presentation. The video, of course, will be included. If you're watching this, you know that it's there. And I've also added in some little little pieces to watch if you want to see some really great gymnastics routines. I would definitely recommend watching these two floor ones if you get a chance. I kind of went down a rabbit hole and thought I'd share some of the best ones. So thank you very much. Have a great day. All the best.